Buying a car is a big investment, so you want to make sure that you're making a sound decision. And that's why the test drive is so important. But new research is showing that most test drives are too brief and too few to really help. So joining me now with tips for your test drive from the floor of the New York Auto Show, we have Brian Moody, who's the executive editor for Autotrader. Brian, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, great to be here. The Auto Show has so many cool things to see, just really a fun place to be.
So let's talk about why these test drives are so important before you sign on the dotted line and buy a car.
You know, it's important because it's expensive. I mean, that's the main thing. But it's not just taking the test drive, it's taking a proper test drive. You want to make sure that that $30, $40, or maybe even $50,000 decision, even if it's just $10,000, that you take a proper test drive on roads you're familiar with, go the speeds that you're comfortable with, and also use the car in a way that you would normally use the car. You want to make sure this is going to be a good purchase for years to come, not just for a few weeks.
And there is a must test drive list. So for 2016, you're going to tell us the top 10 cars that made that list.
Yes, we drove many cars, we logged thousands of miles, and we picked a list of cars through voting and our unanimous decisions at Autotrader that we felt like were unexpectedly good. So the average person may not have bought a car for more than 10 years. These cars should be on your list. The Malibu, great example, great looking, great handling, and a feature we absolutely love, Apple CarPlay. Also the Fiat 500X, a compact SUV, great inside and great looking on the outside. The Honda Civic, everyone knows this as an economy car, but this latest one is anything but an economy car. It feels more like a budget Honda Accord. The Lincoln MKC, great looking both inside and out and fun to drive. That's one of our favorites. We also like the Subaru Legacy. Again, in keeping with this unexpectedly good formula, we think that the Subaru Legacy is one of those cars that you might not be considering because you think of them as a builders of Outbacks or kind of off-road type cars, but we think that one should be on your list, as well as this minivan. This is the Kia Sedona, both good looking on the inside and the out. It drives more like a luxury car, and if you look at the inside of this thing, it feels more like a luxury car. You look at the leather seating and you look at some of the features you get. I mean, a lot of things reconfigure. This has a reclining seat. You can get an optional footrest. That's kind of cool. You can put this down so that it can accommodate drinks or more kids, whichever one you want. Just a great van all around.
So you're saying the minivan is back. I like that as a mom because for a while there weren't as many cool looking minivans out there. So it's good to see all the features
come along. This one is cool looking. It's really a good one. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. All right, Brian, so what do we tell our viewers when they get to that dealership? What should they do and what tips can they kind of keep in mind as they're test driving?
You know, on your test drive, here's what you should do. Make sure that you use the car the way that you would normally use your car. And if you're serious about buying that car, bring your stuff, bring your kids, bring your baby seats, bring your stroller or your pack and play, bring your pet. Whatever you normally do, bring that to the dealership and make sure that car is going to work for you and your lifestyle. That's important.
All right, so there is a lot going on at that show. So before we leave, Brian, I want you to let me know some of the biggest reveals you're kind of seeing at the show this year.
Well, one of the coolest ones is a Maserati SUV. That one might be on your list. A Maserati Levante. It's a little pricey at $72,000, but honestly, we thought it was going to be even more. There's a new Nissan GTR, super high performance. That's over $100,000. We also like the Camaro ZL1, a 640 horsepower Camaro. Think of it as the ultimate Camaro. Not for everyone, but certainly a cool car.
All right, Brian, where can we send our viewers to get all the things you talked about today and more information?
For more information, you can go to autotrader.com/must-test-drive. There's test drive tips, videos, articles, and photos on the cars that we chose, not just the 5 we mentioned here, and lots of great information on the shopping process in general.
All right, thanks for being with us. Have fun at the show.
Great. Thank you.